In the chat they joke and jive. Laughing hard, just feeling alive. Dad jokes flying all around. In this lively pirate town. Walk the plank, they just in fun. Live streams roll until it's done. Keyboard pirates take the stage. In the swinging online age. Wait, I think I hear a sound. Just when Sarah finds the ground. Oh, the bells they ring, ring, ring. As we sit and we put the ding, ding, ding. Chatting in the live stream throng. Waiting for the sound of mighty dong, dong. Dad jokes raining down the screen. My God, dad jokes like you've never seen. They're bad. Let's just chill and have a scream. Chilling, rowing gently down the stream. Row, row. Waiting for those bells to chime. Counting laughs in real time. Lashins grooving with the crew. Dancing fingers feeling true. Swinging chat all through the night. Every joke of pure delight. Walk the plank but in good cheer. With our friends all gathered near. Wait, I think I hear a sound. Just when Sarah finds the ground. Oh, the bells they ring, ring, ring. As we sit and we put the ding, ding, ding. Chatting in the live stream throng. Waiting for the sound of mighty dong, dong, dong. Chatting in the live stream throng, waiting for the sound of mighty dong, 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 dong!
Dong.
Hey, hey. Sorry about the echo at the beginning. I forgot to turn my screen off on my laptop. Yeah, Cassie, I'm happy I'm awake as well. Well, actually, I'm not. I woke up an hour ago and I haven't had enough coffee yet. So let's hope this goes all right. Yeah, so hopefully I'm not echoing anymore. What a rookie move. Leave the window open. Hey, Wiz.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm going to have to update that song because we've got a few new terms for the chat. Yeah, we were in, those of you raided Beardos with Crow the other day. Was it yesterday? Yeah, day before. Whenever it was. Yeah, we've got a few new terms. I might add a little bit to the end of that. I can't even get to the top of the chat, guys. Stop talking.
It's just flowing as fast as you're talking.
Oh, no. Right, okay. I'm going to crow the chat to start to give myself a chance today. Just say hello to people. I'm going to have to do what Beardo does. I'm going to have to set up a second screen and just look at participants. Right. Caroline first. Datsun second. Sheila. I don't know who of these early ones are in, by the way. I'm just going to say hello anyway. Caroline, Datsun, Sheila, Kiwi, talking about white chocolate. Not enough coffee to even think about that. Michael, hello. Boo, hello. Boo was counting down 53 minutes ago. No wonder I can't get to the bottom of the chat.
I know.
Although me, Philip, and Wiz did it to Crow the other day. Oh, it felt good to be on the other side of it. Yeah, Datsun said it's going to be 15 minutes before we start again. Actually, according to this, it's over half an hour. Datsun's got his floaties on ready. That's cheating, Datsun. You're not supposed to wear floaties. Take a breath and brew up a storm. I've already drunk my first cup. I need to refill. Oh, just realised no music. There's music on. 13.
Lucky 13.
Lucky birds. I need some new music. I might sort some out with you, Wiz. Oh, that should kick in a minute.
I could put something together.
Yes, please. Because it's the same music all the time. A change is as good as a rest.
Yeah.
Michael, hello. I am definitely crowing to give yourself a chance today. Rob, free rowboat going. Now you see you should be charging. That's smart. Hey, Steph, sweetie, how we doing? Have I said hello to Kiwi? I'm sure I have.
And the white chocolate.
I'm not saying hello to the white chocolate. I don't like the white chocolate. Gary, hello. So, hang on. Giselle, hello. Yeah, the party's starting with coffee tonight. It always does. Candy, sweetie, how we doing? Faith, I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody. I literally am crowing this tonight.
Keep on crowing, don't stop, no.
Yeah. It's mainly white chocolate talk anyway.
Somebody wanted to walk the plank.
I think it was Datsun, but he brought water wings, and that's cheating. Shadow Mice, how we doing? I posted the Discord link at the top of the chat. I did that for a reason, which I'll go into when I've woken up. Hang on. Cassie, sorry for coughing. Hello. Cassie's going to be reacting to horror movies next month. As soon as I've got the direct link, I'll share, and I'll put it in the Discord as well.
Did she pick it out yet?
She did.
It's going to be
the first one's going to be The Conjuring, I think.
Oh.
Which I think we were trying to get them to watch it before they went to the Conjuring house. So that would have added to the tension.
Oh.
The Conjuring.
I don't remember The Conjuring. I'm sure I've seen it, but.
Well, I'm not going to give spoilers because I don't want to spoil it for Cassie, but it does have. There's a jump scare in The Conjuring. One in particular I'm thinking of. Don't say it in the chat. Don't spoil it for Cassie. But there's a jump scare in the Conjuring that I actually put into my horror video, and I knew it was coming because I've seen it. It still makes me jump every time. And if you watch sort of,
there's a jump scare in Star Trek that does that to me.
Yeah, even though you know it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was doing the editing, so I was sort of watching it a few times, and every bloody time I was just leaping out of my skin. And if I'd have seen that and then gone to the Conjuring house, even though obviously I knew it was a movie, yeah, that would have been It's often in the top 10, biggest jump scares in movies. I don't want to say what it is.
That would be a
Tara?
nice video. 10 best jump scares
Yeah.
in horror movie history.
There are a few people who do it, I would say about half of them are the same ones, and the other half tend to be whoever's put it together. But the Conjuring one tends to make it into pretty much all of them. So I think it's a real jump scare when even if you know it's coming because you've seen it before, you still jump each time. Boo, did I say hello to you? I don't know if I did. Hello, Boo. Yeah, thanks for putting Cassie's link up. Keep an eye on notifications from Cassie, but I will help with the notifications. Also, somebody put Boo's link up. Boo had a premiere on Monday for one of her songs. So you can hear my voice going already. What a great start. It's a Spook Fest. Hello. Bet's on Crow in the chat. Who's Crow in the chat?
Crow in the chat. I love it.
Caw.
Let's have a look. I am definitely Crow in the chat, by the way. Yeah, well, if I'd have been awake enough, as Wisdom pointed out before we came on, I'd have done what Beardo does and brought up the participants. Or as Beardo calls them, the participants.
Bearding the chat.
Beardo
You're
in the chat.
You're banned. It's not a tumor.
Well, when we were in the chat on Monday, he had a Crow raid, I was also saying, because I think Crow said to me something like, "Oh, is Beardo in the chat?" I says, "Oh no, the chat's jammed." So caused also. It was a good raid actually. Julia, oh sweetie.
I clipped that freaking Beardo singing. What was it he was singing?
Megadeth.
Yeah,
Jolene.
I clipped that for Crow. I hope he uses it.
I should have uploaded it. I actually clipped something off Crow's. To might bring up later from his live stream. He did tell me to, so it's his own fault.
Blaming on himself.
No, he said, "Clip it, Sarah."
Did you leave that in the clip? Did you leave that in the clip?
Yeah.
That would have been funnier.
No, I've left that in the clip.
Oh, I'm gonna love this clip.
I'll bring it up. I won't be able to. I haven't got it in StreamYard, but I will bring it up. It's only a few seconds, but what did I just say? It's a Spook Fest. Do you have the floor 13 over in the UK? Do you know something I've never noticed? Mind you, do you know what I mean? We don't have that many buildings that have 13 floors anyway. Even in the cities. So, I don't know if we've got any UKers in here at the minute, but I think we have floor 13. I've never actually noticed no floor 13. I do know the occasional hotel doesn't have a room 13, but so It's 7:43. How far behind you in the chat? Only 7 minutes because I'm crowing it. Yeah, Gary, Discord can be a little bit of a pain in the neck. We only used it because it was the best platform for what we wanted to do with it. But I'm getting more used to it now. But it can be a bit temperamental. White chocolate it's wearing me down tonight. I'm just being sleepy. And it's just coming up to 2 a.m. There's the Spookfest link. Discord links pinned at the top. October. October's a funny one for me because being self-employed for 12 years now, when I was going out and about doing the markets, which I'm not anymore, I've changed the way I do the business, but it was always the worst month because the tourists have gone home. And it's too early for people to be buying for Christmas, so it was a bit of a pain in terms of the business. But my favourite season is autumn. I will speed up, guys. I'm just trying to wake up. Just pouring more coffee. My favourite season's autumn because I love all the colours, so I do like it in that sense. Then you've got Halloween at the end. I am going to do something for Halloween, which I'll announce next month. I'm still working out the details.
Now imagine if they took the number 13 out of every calendar.
Yeah.
How many days a week?
Yeah, well, you'd lose 12 days a year.
So you'd have to make the calendar that many days longer. So each month would have 32 days or 31 days, except for February, which it has.
Well, as soon as you get over the 13th of January, you're going to be screwed for the rest of the year because you're going to be out of sync.
Yeah, but then you'll get these months that have actually 32 days instead of 31 because there is no 13.
That's a good point. I don't know anybody who's superstitious about the number 13 anymore. I think that's an old.
I know, it's just kind of a weird thing. It's like they won't do it in buildings and in certain things like motels or hotels or whatever won't have a number 13. It's like,
yeah. Well, won't it be older ones though? I mean, the newer ones do it. I don't know. I don't go into enough buildings that have more than 3 or 4 floors. Wayne's announced himself in the chat. Hey Wayne. Did you notice the title of the stream? Never mind the dad jokes. I binge horror movies every night. I'm getting ready for a horror movie binge. And some I actually want to rewatch because I haven't seen them for years. Insidious for jump scares. Yeah, that's often included in the jump scares. The Thing, yep. Joe Vitale in the house.
Yep. Hi, Joe.
Let's start Joe's artwork. Good to see you, Joe. Thanks for dropping in. I'm croaky tonight, as you can probably hear. The original Nosferatu.
I believe that's public domain too. I was telling Crow he could actually play that, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nosferatu. It's strange it being public domain because it only survived because they had one or two copies left. Because they called it Nosferatu because the Bram Stoker, obviously who wrote Dracula, his family tried to get it banned because of the. It was obviously based on Dracula, but they don't actually use the words. And we can only see it because one or two copies survived because they did get a lot taken out.
So there's I believe Dracula, the original Dracula, might be on public domain as well.
Is it?
I believe
Really?
so. I was looking up for Crow in his last live because he was looking for movies that were in public domain. So I was asking Copilot, what kind can you come up with a list of movies that could be streamed on YouTube without copyright? And it
And
told
that
me,
came up.
yeah, public domain.
Yeah, the car part in the Hill House. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's really clever because you're not expecting a scary bit. Hello, Floating Joe. So, Christina, hello there. How are we doing? Oh, my chat just skipped. Well,
Yeah, everybody just typed a paragraph at the same time.
I think I've said hello to the Spook Fest. Hey, you're awesome. Thank you, to Spook Fest. I'm sleepy awesome tonight. Thank you, Sheila. I'm going to show the side eye guy design. There's actually two because I didn't like the first one. Well, it's not that I didn't like it. It just didn't. Oh, I was a picky artist, so I didn't like it. So I've redone it. So actually, I've sent Seg both, and said that if he likes the redo, he'd seen the first one, but I don't think he'd seen the second one. I said if he likes the redo, it's because I'm awesome. If he doesn't like the redo, blame Crow, because it was actually his idea the way I did it. I'll show you that in a minute. But the other thing with the actually, hang on, let me bring it up. The first one I did.
Did Seg get mad about the tulip thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he really liked it. Why would he get mad about the tulip thing?
I don't know. I just.
Hang on, window. Right, well, that's if you haven't seen it, because I've already shown them on Facebook. Does that come up? No. Oh, there it is. That's the one that I originally did.
Should have used Seg Mask. Should have used Seg Mask instead. But
so,
with the bone, but with the Seg Mask. Or at least the Seg Mask like half off or something, and it's the Grim Reaper underneath. You know what I mean?
Right. I'll show you what I did in a minute. That was the original one. I didn't like the colouring. And I'll remind you of the Crow and Beardo ones. This was completely different colouring to the Crow and Beardo ones. What am I listening to? So I've redone it. Let me find it. Just let me. Oh, hang on. I'm not being very here at the minute. Sorry. Share screen. Such a faff doing this. But there you go. That's the new one. Yeah, Crow had said, why don't you do both masks sort of next to each other? And so that's the new. I'm going to make that bigger.
Interesting.
Hang on. So yeah, that's the new one. So he can pick and choose whichever, because he said he wants to show one of the ones on the online. So I said I can pick and choose which one he does now. But yeah, if I just bring up the other two, hang on. Oh, I thought I had them side by side. I haven't. But yeah, if you remember the oh, Sarah, find your words tonight. If you remember the Crow and Beardo ones, then that's the same sort of colouring, so it all blends in.
It's a lighter. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's the same sort of tones and stuff. I don't know. I'm always being told by friends that I'm too picky when I'm an artist. But I think that's normal for an artist, to be honest. Right, okay. Right, crow in the chat, crow in the chat. Yeah, so that was the one I ended up redoing. If you don't like it, my complaints department is www.itwascrowsidea.com. Charmed. Yeah, we're gonna spread that one. Chat's charmed.
Jam in the chat. We're jamming the chat down to the bottom. Here we go. Stuck at the bottom.
Behind them. Oh no. Oh no, hang on, that's not about 7 minutes. Yeah, I'm not keen on Megadeth. I think Megadeth and Metallica, a lot of people like one or the other. I know some people like both, but yeah, I think Crow, was that the clip that you did, Wiz?
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Yeah,
don't leave this to me tonight.
That was Beard singing Jolene and Megadeth. I clipped it for Crow.
Awesome. Someone used to sing Sheila by Tommy Rowe for me. I'll have to look it up. Juniper, hello, sweetie. Hello to Christina. Where's the handsome Arcadian? Rob's around somewhere. I'm sure I've already said hello to him.
Probably.
Wayne says our hotels don't have floor 13 either. In fact, I've known streets with no number 13 houses. Actually, I think I've known one or two. But I do think it's an older habit. I don't know if they do it anymore. But I'm happy to be corrected because that's not something I look for, to be honest. Probably depends who's doing the building.
Be smart and just build a building with a 13th floor, and then just skip that floor and leave that floor empty for like warehouse or storage or something, you know?
Yeah. It's not something I think about.
Like 13 ghosts and stuff like that. It's all the superstition freaking build up.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't know if it's a superstition that's lasted like it used to.
It's like black cats.
Yeah. Did I say hello to Hair Force? Hello, Hair Force. Bidder must have been a Viking in the other lifetime. Very possibly. White chocolate can wake me up, Kiwi, but not in the right way. Yep. Yeah, Gary, that's what I said. I I think I'm more familiar with, say, hotels not having a room 13 than I am not having a floor 13. Check out some Sarah's Amazeballs merch. Thank you, Steph. Need to be adding to that next week. Few streets around me have no houses number 13, but one should be 13, but it's 15. Yeah, I've known that. Trying to stay awake, Junior. Yeah, B2. And I had 3 hours before we came on. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. I have setting up a new channel, nothing to do with Fantastic, but I haven't set it up yet, but I'll tell you what I'm doing. Several people have asked me to do it. Hang on. Pro in the chat. Just Jane, hello. Maybe I should debunk superstitions. I've tried to debunk beginner's luck, but it turned out to be real. The thing with superstitions is often they start somewhere. It's like most things start somewhere. And it's even when I sort of do the fairies, etc. You know, it's the way it's turned over the years. My grandmother was really superstitious. I mean, she wouldn't cross anybody on the stairs. If anybody's heard of that one. I don't know if you get it so much in America, but in the UK, because of, if you, especially in from old mining communities, and this is about taking the canaries down into the mines, but that sort of snowballed into people not wanting birds in the house, and that still happens, to be honest. When I was selling on the markets and having to do stuff I didn't want to do, the only birds you can draw and sell are really birds of prey. Other types of birds, you've got no hope. My grandmother wouldn't have birds in the house, especially magpies. I don't know what the thing was about magpies. But that comes from the mining thing about taking the canaries down to see if it was toxic. This stream is just for you, Wayne. Yeah, never mind the dad jokes. Well, I felt a bit sorry for Wayne because Beardo banned dad jokes on Monday or Tuesday, so I thought, I'm gonna get custom shackles with Wayne's initials on them for the timeout room. I don't know, Wayne, whether you should be honoured or very afraid of that. A new horror movie. I haven't heard of Watchers. Have you heard of Watchers?
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it. But that reminds me of my song. We are the Watchers.
Yeah. Please check out and subscribe to Finn Floating Joe Guitar. That's going to stick if Platinum Joe's still here, but that will stick for Joe.
Floating. Floating on his back with his feet up in the air. He saved the camera, though.
Oh, boo. Yeah, I think Crow mentioned that Germany was still a problem. That does cause problems for streaming on YouTube. You can do it, but then you've got a whole country issuing strikes against you.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't take that into consideration.
Yeah. Do you see they have the movie Nosferatu coming out? I think yes, this is William Dafoe and I think it's Bill Skarsgård. Could be wrong about that, but I think it's Bill Skarsgård as well. Crow in the chat. Crow in the chat. How does Creature Features play all these movies without getting into trouble? Creature Features.
Must be a channel.
Are you talking about them playing it in its entirety, or just reacting to it? Because under fair use, you can react to things. I watch a lot of reaction channels. Because I'm a nerd. And I think it's 10 minutes out the hour they can react to. So you don't get to see the whole thing. But then they go on to Patreon, you can watch them react to the whole thing. But yeah, there is a fair use for it. Good one, Sarah. Chat just skipped right to the bottom. Yeah, funny how that happens, isn't it? It's haunted. Demon. Jump scares always been Jaws with the floating. Yeah. Got to cause all the white chocolate chaos park and go and be a grown up baby mom. Hey. My biggest jump scare away in bedhead when I get up in the morning. Yeah, I know that feeling. Don't go near mirrors first thing in the morning. I do. I think it's one of it's episode 7 or 8. It's a clever one for the Hill House one. Thank you, Faith. Beardo is epic. How far behind am I? Oh crap!
What? You're not crowing fast enough.
Right, okay. Beardo's epic. Oh, that's why I'm not making. All right, we're still talking about the pictures.
You're
Oh,
seg crowing.
You might forget what I'm talking about by the time you get down to this, and she was right. Yeah, I don't hate the first one. It just the colours just didn't work for what I was doing for them. And then when Crow had the idea of having both masks sort of next to each other, I thought, yeah, it's a good idea. It's people stuck in the woods of a glass room. What? It's people stuck in woods with a glass room with creatures watching them in the woods. Very cool one. That sounds creepy. Crow in the chat is big. I don't know what's happening. I'm going to say what I said on. I mean, I've created the badges from. I've just called them badges, and people have run with it. I've created the badges for me, for the magazines, and also for the channel, because I'm trying to get the channel more heavy artwork before applying for monetization. So if I mention anybody like Crow, Beardo, whatever, I can actually put the badge up, and then it's all my work. That's what they were there for. And yeah, they would make good designs, but obviously I'm not going to put anybody's designs on other than my own on my merch shop, because it's their designs, it's their branding. So what I actually said on Saturday, I'll say the same thing again. If anybody's looking at one and thinking that would look really cool on a t-shirt or as a patch or whatever, just go to the individual creator and see what they say. I have people who I've designed tattoos for, including myself, and I'm about to design some more. What am I missing? Oh, is that what Watchers is? They look like my evil fairies. Crack in the chat. Oh, this is the end of the summer hay fever. It was Crow's idea.com. It was Crow's idea. Told Seg that. It was a good idea, actually. I think that's what was missing from it. No, I haven't seen The Watchers, but I will look out for that. Yeah, I know the feeling, Sheila. It's the merch is, you know, I would like more, but I'm not talking about mine. I'm talking about other people's. I haven't even bought one from Crow yet. So, but I do want some of the merch. I have got a wish list. Yeah, it's very close to what Doppelganger is, or Fae Folk Stories of Old Day. Very cool. Awesome. The other thing to watch in regard to Evil Fairies that's actually very close to a lot of lore is it's the first season, so you don't have to trawl through all the seasons or anything. I don't know if anywhere's streaming it, but Torchwood, the Doctor Who spin-off, did a really good Fairies episode in the first season.
I still have yet to rewatch that. Damn it! I got to figure out which episode it is.
It's one of the first ones, because I thought it was a season 2. And when I checked it up, it was season 1, and it was one of the first episodes they did. So it's very early on in the season. Wayne, were we feeling suppressed because of Beardo banning dad jokes? I'm missing Teshi. I know. I was hoping Teshi would be here tonight.
Oh.
He was around this morning. I keep trying to find the original Pet Sematary, because I want to rewatch that. I'll tell you what Torchwood might be on. I'm not subscribed at the moment, but Disney, because don't Disney have Doctor Who now?
I think so, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I watched all the recent Doctor Who's. They're okay, but it's not the same.
No, it's not. Will your magazine be on Amazon at the end of the month? I'm aiming for this month for the fanzine, and I'm aiming Halloween for the big magazine. I'll replay that because I managed to upload that straight into StreamYard, so I'll replay the advert just to remind people in a minute. Romy, hello. Haunting of Hill House season 1. I'm a bit controversial on the Haunting of Hill House. A friend asked me to watch it because she needed stuff explaining, and it terrified me. But I didn't like the soap opera element of it. This family stuff was too stretched out for me. What's the guy called? Oh crap, can't remember the director's name. But he went on to do one called The Memory Tonight. What was the other one he did? I was going to say somebody in chat help me, but I'm so far behind I won't see it. Oh, Midnight Mass. I loved Midnight Mass. I much preferred it to Hill House. Yep, there's my Discord link. Going to be an adult baby mod. Yeah, desert me kiwi. Just leave white chocolate lying around everywhere. and then go and cheat on us with somebody else. No problem, darling. Have a good night. Sheila, I've got a confession to make. Because my grandmother, I still do that. Throw salt over the shoulder. Or not go under ladders. And the black cats don't bother me. I like black cats. But yeah, I still throw salt over my shoulder if I spill salt. And I've no idea why. It's just that she did it, and I think, well, you know, play it safe. Love the Haunting. I really liked it. I thought it was really good, but I just that family bit could have been shorter. Magpies are because they are known as the. Yeah, it is. It is. That is why. Okay. I need to find the movie I watched as a kid. I think it was black and white, but they cut a witch's hand off and used them as candles. The directions that the flames blew led them to a treasure of some kind. Don't know. Don't recognise that. Wayne. Jokes about Humpty Dumpty crack me up. He's just warming up, guys. He's just warming up. Why don't they have women debunking stuff out there? You talk about with the debunkers? Actually, there is. They just don't tend to be sort of close, you know, within this part of the community. I could do it, but I don't want to. I really don't want to. I don't know how they do it. All what they have to sit through, pull apart. I really can't be fucked with all that.
Do this thing where like you start to watch it, all of a sudden you're like, okay, this is annoying, this is fake. Move on to the next one.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I have the skills to debunk it as a film analyst. I've said this before, you know, it's like even back in 2020 when I started watching this stuff, I raised eyebrows at both Mindseed and Ghosts of Carmel Lane just because of the way they filmed it. It was obvious to me, but I
actually,
don't know.
Tara, they do have one debunker out there that is a woman that is debunking stuff and has a debunking channel, and that's Chezadoodle, and she's pretty damn good at it.
Oh, of course. Didn't even think of Cheza. Yes.
I didn't either till we started talking about it, and I read that like 3 or 4 times.
Chezadoodle does do some debunking. Yeah, she does, and she does a good job on it. What was I saying? Yeah, but I don't know anything about the equipment, or you know, it's just I don't know how they do it. I mean, I know what Crow's process is, and I just think no. I'm not sitting through hundreds of hours to find something to debunk. And and you know, I mean, you know, for example, Crow's had 5 years experience of doing this. That's the other thing. I mean, if I started doing debunking, my channel would grow a lot quicker. But I don't want to do it. So that's it might just be the style of filming. I don't think it's people not. I'm not a believer in women don't do things because they're women. I just think got better things to do. And I think if you're going to start debunking, Cheza does a good job on her debunk. She hasn't done many because she's obviously so busy on other stuff as well.
Yeah, modding for Beardo.
Modding for Beardo. She does a lot of work for Beardo. Well, she does. But when she does debunk, she does do a really good job.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a. I don't think it matters whether you're a woman or not. You know, it's about what you want to do.
Yeah, and if you do it well.
you know, I don't think I get a bit annoyed. I don't know, because I'm a bit older. Sorry, I'm going to have a drink.
Yeah, and there's stuff that's entertainable to younger generations that's just not something that our generation can, you know, get into, like all the dude bro and freaking
Yeah, I mean,
the
I
wild
mean,
acting, the over screaming, and just
having
being
to
so
debunk
loud.
stuff like that. Um,
Yeah,
and I was a big fan of Twin Paranormal when they were a lot smaller channel.
yeah,
And that they're not the only ones. It's just they're the ones that spring to mind with the dude broke, whatever it says. And I personally have no real problem with them. You know, good luck to them. But yeah, that's what I mean, having to sit through that. I mean, Crow's told me that sometimes he'll sit with one channel on his TV and one channel on his phone while he's going through it. I'm thinking, oh, no.
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a debunk. I reacted to a CJ Faison one. And I was just pulling my hair out by the end of it.
Yeah.
Because to debunk it properly, you can't just watch it once. You got to go back and check and check. No. But I think anybody should do what they want to do, whether they're male or female, to be honest.
Yep.
I don't want to be known as a female. I'm going to have to grow the chat again. I don't want to be known as a female channel. It's Fantastic's channel. Right, yeah, I'm going to have to grow the chat a bit.
Yeah, Jeff popped up. He's in here now.
Jeff?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Jeff and Paul. We brought up Twin Paranormal, and now he's talking. He's in the background lurking, he said.
Lurky turkey, Jeff. Lurky turkey.
Needs you to plank somebody so he can wake up to finish what he's doing.
That's a good idea, just to shock him out of it. I love you to draw a tattoo for me. No problem. Hang on. Great, hang on. Let's be honest what I'm doing
chat,
here.
I love it.
It's because I keep stopping on topics.
That's what Seg does.
Yeah. No, come on, I'm not segging the chat. I'm only 7 minutes behind. Steph spilled a cocktail with the Hill House jump scare. Bummer. Hello, friends. Hello, Jeff. Been listening while multitasking. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, listening and editing and coming up with new ideas, multitasking.
And getting distracted because we said something about Twin Paranormal.
Yeah. Jeff's actually started. Let's see. Oh, well, it's a start. You got 7 names in there and anyone I'm missing. Yeah. Subscribe to Boo Productions. Please go over there if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Jeff had a new video out tonight, I think. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Because I had me sleep before the stream. Yeah, Southern's Chick debunks. Awesome. Oh yes, Bad to the Bone does debunking. Yeah, there are female debunkers out there. It's just when you kind of think about our community as you're looking at it now, there aren't many sort of inside the community that do it. But I mean, doesn't Amber Dust do debunking?
Mhm.
Uh, I'll keep them clean. Yeah, right.
Truth or Demons is debunking, wouldn't you say?
Truth or Demons?
Stevie from
Stevie's. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean Stevie does. I mean, there's different ways of debunking. That's kind of my point. I mean, if you look at the traditional way of debunking, you know, that sort of Beardo and Crow and everybody else does,
hmm
then yeah, a lot of it's male. But you know, you get people like Stevie and Karen who do heavy research into things.
yeah,
Stevie's really, you know, I mean, they really do deep dive. Um, so yeah, Stevie's just sort of come on the radar in the community, but she was on Jeff's 12-hour live stream.
Yeah.
She's on Segs quite a bit, so
yeah,
is that what the channel's called, Truth or Demons? Yeah, if one of the mods can
yeah.
find Stevie's link, she
I
really is
believe
worth
so.
checking out. I think she came on the radar because she did a massive deep dive into the Warrens,
Yeah,
and I think that's what got her started.
I
So
believe that was right after Seg had done something on the Warrens, maybe, or
yeah,
somebody did.
she's done one or two live streams with Seg, and she
Yeah,
did. I think it was the first hour. Well, Jeff did the first hour on the 12-hour live stream, and then I think Stevie was on first. So yeah, she is on Jeff's live stream as well.
yeah.
Just a twin paranormal invaded my town and didn't even ask me to join the fuckers.
hmm
How rude! So close
know.
to their brother, and they wouldn't even drop in for a cuppa.
You know.
Oh, I'm 5 minutes behind. Yeah, that's what I mean. I can't do that. I mean, which is ironic because as a film analyst, that's what I do. You know, when I was doing it academically, I would always say you're analysing something, you watch it again and again and again. And I don't want to watch Sam and Colby again and again and again.
The reason why they don't debunk anything is because they're just adding bunk to everything.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I suppose if I did watch more of the fakers, because I don't bother, I watch it through the debunkers. I would spot stuff that.
Yeah.
I would cover it. I mean, that's why I did the CJ one. I just happened to sort of watch the start of it, and something interested me in it. But I mean, you know, I could do Carmel Main easily, but I think he's over. That's the point. And also Mindseed, and again over. I don't see the point. So if I saw something that literally was represented by my skills, then I'd do it. F that jump scare plank. I haven't used it tonight, Jeff, but you know, by request. Datsun. Jeff's local supermarket was sold out of white and black hair dye that week. Hello, Ghost Serena. How are we doing, sweetie? Blah,
Wayne's
blah, blah.
got competition for dad jokes tonight.
What? No splanking yet? No, I haven't splanked anybody, not even Wayne or Datsun.
Oh, Teshy's finally in the house.
Oh, Tesh, how we doing?
Hey, Teshy.
I do owe Philip a planking, but he's not here.
Yeah, I guess he's at work now, huh? I thought he was off.
And then maybe he's cheating. Who else is live? I haven't seen him around today much, actually.
I haven't either. Somebody said he was supposed to be at work today, so
yeah,
possibility.
Martin is already planning it out and going forward. They are so wrong on the stories about the place. What was that for? think I've just
The
skipped some.
place that Twin Paranormal went and investigated recently.
Okay. Hang on. Crypt of the Vampire. Oh, is that the one that Boo was talking about? Just leave that one on screen. Yeah, Stevie is awesome. She really researches well. There's her link. Go and show some love to Stevie. I have not got to the bottom of the chat in over an hour. Teshi, hello, sweetie. How are we doing? Hang on. 3 minutes behind. I'm catching up. She has more in a traditional podcast than what she has on YouTube. Does she? I assume on YouTube she's got a link to it, so people can follow from there. Steph says, "Hey Teshi Weshi. Hey Teshi Weshi." Thanks. That's earwormed Negan on me now. Hot diggity dog. Any good headache and earache remedies out there? The cold symptoms get worse at night. I actually have not for earache. If anybody's got earache remedies, yeah, that would be great for me too. But I have a thing with if I was on camera, I could show you better. I learned this years ago. It's actually a reflexology technique. If you've got a headache, you have to do it as the headache's coming on. Once you full-blown massive headache, it doesn't really work. But if you take your forefinger and press really hard down on the tip of your thumb, you can actually alleviate a bad headache. But it works better at the early stages rather than when it's in full flow. Try it, but press as hard down on the tip of your thumb with your forefinger on both sides as you can. I've used that for years. She'd use the plank. Yes, she would have done. You're lucky I'm crying the chat tonight, sweetie. I don't want to jump scare. I don't want to wake Jeff up with the plank. Didn't realise you could. I put the link in Discord. Sarah Wayne has ordered a truck full of white chocolate for you, and with not return addresses, you need to take it. That's fine. Okay, I'll just direct them around the back of the house. It can go in the bin. I couldn't even eat it if I was desperate. Oh, I'm getting there. 1 minute behind. Oh, Mike O's in the house. Hello, Mike. Yeah, honestly, Sheila, try that. It's a reflexology technique. It's and I was in my early 20s when somebody told it to me. I'm not saying it gets rid of it completely, but just takes that intensity off. Wayne's in trouble with the wife again, or he's about to be if she reads the chat. Boo says lavender at the temples helps with the headache. The gel for headaches, I was skeptical, but it really worked, yeah. Missed it. I've been busy catching up on housework. I actually put it up quite early this morning, actually. Yeah, I use ibuprofen all the time. I don't take painkillers very often, but I always use ibuprofen. I don't like paracetamol because ibuprofen helps with swelling. So I used to get ear infections. Said turn head to side, laying down, and put a couple of peroxide in. Let it fit to tie. What I actually do, not with peroxide, but because I have constant problems with pressure on my ears. So when I wash my hair in the shower, I actually tip my head to one side and basically syringe my ears out each time, just to make sure that there's no build-up. Sometimes that's all it is. Headaches say to soak your hands, wrists, and feet in cold water. For earache, try a few drops of mouthwash. Oh, right, that's interesting. Might try that myself next time.
You.
I think I've missed somebody. If I've missed you guys, I'm sorry. But it's taken me over an hour to get to the bottom of the chat tonight.
Over an hour.
Yeah, that's kind of seg level, really, isn't it? Oopsie.
That's Jeff level right there. You blame it on Jeff.
Yeah, let's blame it on Jeff. Jeff's fault.
Ding.
Ding. Can I have a ding, please? I've earned it tonight. Hang on. What's me? There we go. Headache, something like Tiger Balm. Think layer across the forehead. Yeah, that's make sure it doesn't go into your eyes. They're going to sting. Yeah, fresh and clean ears with mouthwash.
When our cats get ear infections, we've used drops of coconut oil, and that clears it right out.
Really?
Yeah.
Headache, I do Buddhist meditation. I kind of do sometimes if I've got no access to anything. I actually do a thing where I kind of, if say if I've got a headache in a certain place, I kind of imagine it as like a little, I don't know, little pellet or a little ball, and try and visualize it coming off the side of the head. It sounds stupid, but you can, if you do it properly, it's probably a lot more effective. But I can actually get a few seconds of relief thinking that way.
Huh.
No, Tesh, I've just been slow. And they did spam the chat before I even got here, so, you know.
Yeah.
But it is me being slow more than people spamming the chat. Earache, 2 drops of warmed colic oil, yep. The other thing my grandmother used to do actually for her ears, I just can't bring myself to do it. She used to use olive oil. Put olive oil in her ears to sort them out. Sure, a likely story, blaming it on the poor chat. Poor chat. You seen who's in?
That's why Teshi was late.
So for migraines for years, until they did my neck fix operation. I've had more than 1 year. Oh, migraines really bad. But yeah, it can be another source that causes the headaches. My eyes, I know if I need new glasses, I start getting more headaches when the glasses aren't strong enough. All right, sweetie. Thank you for coming, Cassie. Keep me informed with your link because we'll get it put in the Discord when when your link's fresh. If I don't spot it, people wouldn't like you using olive oil. Popeye wouldn't like you using olive oil. Alyssa, I made a live. Hello, sweetie. Later, early. Depends on your point of view. I could just be early for the next live. And by that same token, I could just be early on the next live's chat. Not behind on this one. Oh, everybody's saying goodnight to Cassie. That's awesome because I can get to the bottom of the chat again.
Good night, Cassie.
I'll be doing a badge for Cassie eventually as well. When I move on to the investigation channels. I'm doing the debunkers first because of the fanzine. But Yeah, I'll looking forward to doing the one for Weeping Willow. Ding-a-ling.
Ding,
Oh no, I've got another earworm in my head.
ding,
Chuck
ding.
Berry. Thank you. I'm just pouring coffee, guys. That's why I've stopped talking. I can't multitask. I can't talk and pour coffee at the same time. Oh, my earphone's about to fall out. Hang on.
3, 2.
How did we keep earphones in before earbuds were invented?
No idea.
I can't keep these in my bloody head.
I guess you got to use your ears somehow.
Yeah, so dingle, dingle, dingle. Time to upgrade your Windows if you can't multitask. Huh? I just can't multitask full stop. The Fox Hollow, is that the Fox Hollow Farms one? That's actually a horrible story. There are actually two different stories to that. A lot of the big true crime channels have covered the Fox Hollow crime. And that's creepy enough, just the crime on its own. I think Mr. Bollen did an episode on the Fox Hollow haunting, and that is really creepy story. It's one of his best ones. So he did it quite a while ago, but he has covered the haunting. Yeah, it's a strange crime. It was a strange situation in the first place. And then the people it was on a farm, Fox Hollow Farm, and the people who bought the farm years after the crime had happened, yeah, their haunting is weird. Where have I just seen? Yeah, that's Mike that said it. Wire and 2 foam covered speakers. Yeah, I remember that, and you could keep those on. Oh, well, I remember my first Walkman. I might watch first Paranormal Files episode about Bohemian Grove. It's about 3.5 hours long. Oh, see, that's the other thing. The debunkers have had it. So many people are doing long videos now. Debunk the junks in the house. Hey, Jonathan. How's Ned? Always got to look after Ned. Yeah, I've seen. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to recommend a channel, but some of the big crime channels have covered Fox Hollow. And then, like I say, then watch the crime first, and then go over to, say, Mr. Bolland's and watch the haunting story. Mr. Bolland does cover the crime, but if you get a better idea of what happened with the crime, watch one of the crime channels. Ghost of Gentage did an episode of Fox. I bet they did. Yep. Hang on. Crying the chat. They do them. Yeah, that's. I think that's the. It's for the viewing hours and the ad revenue, and also because the debunkers aren't going to want to sit. I'm sure most debunkers aren't going to want to sit through a 3-hour video.
Yeah, I mean, what do they think this is? Freaking Avatar?
Yeah. So
Even that, nobody wants to watch for 3 hours anymore.
I didn't watch the first one, to be honest. Never appealed.
It was all right.
Uh,
For a sci-fi flick, it was okay.
yeah, I just couldn't be bothered with it.
Interesting story premise, but other than that, it was just about making the new definitions of giant screen TVs look better, you know?
Yeah. The Bohemian Grove was interesting and super. I don't know Bohemian Grove. Why don't I know? Night, Jeff. Thank you for dropping in, sweetie. Good to see you. I don't
Hi,
know
Jeff.
Bohemian Grove. I'll have to look that up. I don't know. Do you know, out of everybody, I'm surprised that Seg's brain hasn't dribbled out of his ears. Some of the ones he debunks.
It might
I mean,
have. We just don't see it yet.
yeah, you wouldn't see it because he's wearing his mask. I mean, I have to confess. I mean, I love watching Seg's videos, but there's once or twice I've just not been able to finish the video, not because of Seg, but because of who he's actually reacting to. I just think, even watching a reaction, you know, my brain starts dribbling out of my ears with some of them. He's got the patience of a saint with some of these channels. So, yeah, I'm a true crime junkie. Got to see how my relatives do. Yeah, actually, I until I actually started doing the channel, I watched a lot of true. I actually watched one today for the first time in ages. I love my true crime. That's why I know the Fox Hollow Farm one. Bohemian is a deep dive. I'm just gonna write that down because it may be that I do know it, but I've forgotten the name. But I'm gonna have a look at that. Something I'd quite like to do for mine actually is look at some of a bit like the Fox Hollow Farm has a haunting story after it. Maybe look at some of those as a theme, because as people will have noticed, I'm behind on my content. The Pirates one, Ghost Stories, is done. I just didn't want to upload while I was streaming because, you know, internet would come to a halt. Me doing both at the same time. So
Ding.
if any, yeah, I'll have to look at that. Intrigued. Ding. What have we got in? Just while I check, I will just put up the advert again for the magazines that are coming up, just to give us a 40-second break. I'll replenish coffee again. Right. So magazines on their way.
By the way, I used that picture in my last video.
Fine. What picture?
The one with all the debunkers.
Oh yeah, that's not a problem.
I think I took it from your last live screenshot of the picture, just to give an overall screenshot of all the debunkers.
Yeah. No, you can use whatever you want, Wiz.
I just want to let you know.
That is much appreciated. Aren't we polite? Because I asked Wiz if I can use stuff. We both know we can use stuff.
Yeah, it just seems natural if you're going to use something from somebody.
I'm asking Wiz and Philip about stuff for Halloween at the minute as well. But yeah, some new background music would be awesome because I'm sick of this one.
I'm actually, after I'm finished watching what I'm watching now, I'm going to binge the original Halloween series all the way through. And I'm going to do a song for each one and
Yeah.
probably like some instrumental ASMR type tracks to go with them.
Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. That was loud. Oh, sorry, Candy. Yeah, at some point I need to level out some of these clips. Sorry. Yeah, The Haunting of Fox Hollow Farm. But look at the true crime ones as well. Aren't shorts half the... Do you know, Wayne, you're a bad influence. We've had dad jokes from Hair Force, now's the Spook Fest.
Aren't shorts half the price of pants? I always thought they were cheaper.
They bloody should be. UK people may be the only ones to get this, but why do I hear Crow in the chat? I'm trying to think. That's not Crow in the chat. That's not Blankety Blank, that's Countdown. I'm trying to think of the Blankety Blank one.
Why is everybody always picking on me? Crow in the chat. Crow in the chat. Crow in the chat.
Beyond Sarah just put up that's the documentary. They said them, not me. Wayne's just going to sit back and watch everybody else get planked tonight, isn't he? We know your evil scheme. Yeah, like cars, the more they take away, the more expensive it is. I suppose really, I mean, yeah, there's less material, but the mechanics aren't any different, just less material.
I mean, you get these cars that run on so much electricity, but they still run on a freaking single battery.
Yeah.
And then when you go out to start them after a cold winter's day, they don't start, so you got to hook them up to electricity.
Yeah, I mean, they kept, I don't know if they did it in the States, but they kept trying to say that we were all going to go electric in the UK, and it's like, where the fuck are you going to put all the leads to recharge your car?
Yeah, you'd have to wire that into homes, otherwise you're going to have fires everywhere.
Yeah, and a lot of the UK, especially in the cities, or even in this town, is terraced housing, you know, so what they're going to do are people tripping over and people don't have a garage, they just park on the street, so people will be walking down the pavement tripping over a wire past every car.
What happens if you have an electric car and it catches on fire? Can the fire department put that out?
Well, they'd have to, wouldn't they? Well, I suppose I don't know, it probably wouldn't ignite like a petrol car would, but I mean, I have seen memes on Facebook where, you know, an electric car's broken down, so they've had to have a, you know, a fuel car come and get it. Snedeker Haunting is very good. Haunting in Connecticut.
I think the joke was you're not supposed to use water on electric fire.
Not with it, guys. Not with it. Why is it so cheap to throw a party at a haunted house? Because the ghosts bring all the booze. Now we've got Mike joining in.
Oh wow, Mike.
Wow. Philip's not here, so wow.
That was a good imitation there.
Meow. I do have the sound bite, but that is loud. I'd wake everybody up.
It is, yeah.
They take away radio and door handles and such and charge over. Yeah. Crow in the chat. I've slowed down a little bit. Well, I suppose if they did put it out, if it caught on fire, it wouldn't work anyway, would it? It'd be soaking wet.
Mm.
My students are learning quickly. Mwah-ha-ha. There's a shut-off so they can deactivate the batteries. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Antone. How are we doing?
Yeah, but when you put your peanut butter in somebody else's chocolate, you've got something totally different.
What?
If a battery powered car hits a gas powered car, you've got a battery and gas powered fire, basically.
Yeah. Wouldn't you have sparkage?
That's a whole different beast right there.
Yeah, that is. Ugh. The batteries in electric cars will even burn underwater for a day or two. That can't be good.
Yeah, acid's not a great thing. Unless you're an old hippie.
Not that type of acid. They need a special agent because it burns hotter. Learn that from the Harley dealer about those stupid dead wire bikes.
Huh.
Where we are in Kent, in the UK, where they just plug their electric cars into the extension leads draped along a path into the house. Yeah, that's what the argument is it? They want, was it? I think it was 2035. The government a few years ago has decided we're all going to be electric. We won't be selling petrol cars anymore. And it was like, we have literally probably millions of, hundreds of thousands at least, of terraced houses in the UK. I mean, most of this town is terraced houses. And yeah, so you're just going to walk along the path. Every single car's got a bloody lead going to it. And then they've got to recharge every, 100 miles or something.
And now they're going to get paid for electricity.
Yeah.
And it was Nikola Tesla who was trying to provide free electricity to everybody, and then all of a sudden he mysteriously dies.
You'll never get free energy. Just see our bloody energy bill. And we're only in a tiny little house. That's stupid. Energy, I don't know what it's like in the States, but anybody in the UK will tell you our energy prices for the last year or two have been astronomical.
Wait till they start charging you for the air that you breathe. Then we got a problem.
If they can work out a way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Why are ghosts bad at lying? You can see right through them. Teshi! Honestly, joining the ranks. And Wayne's gathering an army here. Electrical fires require a certain extinguisher. Yep. It's all the other extras, isn't it, though, that electric cars require? Like recharging and...
I'd imagine fire trucks would be required to have those certain extinguishers then, which would cost the government or the officials that much more money to provide.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all they're going to be making money out of it, otherwise they wouldn't bother. One of my friends from the con had a semi explode on their way home in the other lane. They could feel the heat. It was crazy. Ooh. Yeah, no. Do you know what went into my head as soon as you said that? Bloody Final Destination 2.
I don't
Well,
remember that
because
one.
of-
I'm gonna have to binge those because it's been a while since I've seen them. How many were there? I don't remember.
I think
like
there were 5
5?
plus
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
Because there's one called The Final Destination, which I don't know if it's the 5th one or whether it was after the first 5. But the second one, they're up and down. The first and second one probably the better ones, but the second one has the whole thing that starts it all off is a big road accident,
Yeah,
and
that
it
was
started off by
the
a
first
truck,
one.
carrying
with the
yeah.
logging truck. Yeah, that was freaking. I think
um,
that gave me nightmares for a few
Mm.
nights after seeing that.
and I'm seeing a lot. We get a lot of those here anyway, because it's rural. But I'm seeing a lot of those sorts of trucks at the minute. And every
Logging
time I
truck.
see one,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, you think of that, don't you?
yeah, the minute you see one, you think, boom, Final Destination.
And the minute Highway to Hell comes on, you're like, pull over.
Yeah. I'm not going anywhere near that.
You know.
Actually, mind you, the other thing I don't like, and this has nothing to do with movies or anything, I don't like car transporters because they always look as though the ones on the top are just going to.
Are gonna fall off. Heck yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. And they're all strapped to the top too, and you don't think about that, but you see them there, and it's still
Yeah.
creepy.
It's they're fixed on, but you just kind of, because it's they almost, well, certainly the ones here, then that they almost, you can see everything bouncing when they're sort of rattling down the road, and just no, not going near that.
Yeah.
Datsun says, I've got a mate who owns a verified Tesla accident repairer and need a full tank of water, a tank full of water big enough to put a car in case of fire. It's part of the verification process. My God. I'll drive a diesel before I drive electric. I used to drive diesel. Out of diesel van. If you do a lot of mileage, they are definitely worth it. I did a lot of mileage at the time. I could get from here to Devon on a tank full. It's about 400 miles and not all motorways, so you've got windy roads as well. It's not worth it if you only drive locally. It doesn't make any difference. The only problem with a diesel is your parts are more expensive. They heat up quickly though. But if I was doing a lot of long distance driving, I would look at diesel again. Yeah. Right. Actually mine is combined electric and gas. Mine's £265, which is about $400, but that's combined. Karen says, hello Karen. Don't think I've said hello to you. Electrical vehicle fire, over 100 organic chemicals are generated. Yes. If anything, electric sets fire, you can smell, like Wisdom said, like the acid and things, it's toxic gases.
Mm-hmm.
Carbon monoxide, hydrogen cyanide, yeah. They don't advertise that though, do they? Jim Combs was one who took Nikola Tesla's old research, yeah. Hang on.
Phillips in the chat.
Hang on. I haven't seen him yet. How far behind? I'm behind again. 3 minutes behind again.
Are you really? Wow. I hadn't noticed.
Hang on. Mike's added again. Which days are the strongest? Saturday and Sunday, the rest of the week. Yeah, spoiler alert, Wayne. Right, was that the 5th one, or was that with a 5 and then that one? Because I forget. Yeah, Candy. Wayne's been a bad influence. He's spreading the dad joke gene across the community
Multi-dimensional.
pool. Yeah. Oh, Philip.
Yep. See, I think that deserves a planking. That was deliberate.
Philip is here. Hang on. Yes, he is.
Don't you
This
owe
is-
him a planking for something else?
No,
too?
I did. I can't remember why, but I did take it back. I think he helped me with something, but he deserves a
Oh.
blanket for that. I can't remember why I took it back, but I did. Candy.
No, that one was just lame, Phil. That was lame. That was like a Spider-Man joke with a broken web.
Philip got a planking. That's the only reason he came in. Can the ghost break a leg? Would it be called a hobbling goblin? You googling these or something? Wayne'sDadJokes.com.
What's up, Jimmy? How you doing?
Where do pirates get their hooks? Second-hand stores. Oh,
Okay,
there's
that-
Jimmy.
That one made me laugh, Mike. Thanks.
That means yes, he's been googling them. Hello, Jimmy. How are we doing? No control. No control. Did I say hello to Anita? I keep seeing names. I can't remember if I've said hello or not. If I've missed anybody, I'm sorry.
Hello.
I'm being worse than usual with the chat tonight.
Ding.
Ding. It is all cleaned up. Hang on. Very old gas station, only sold hay. And don't fill in the back. That's. Thanks for that one, Maiko. Okay. Teshi. Return to the dark side of dad jokes. Dark side. And for the Star Wars keeps in here. R.I.P. James Earl Jones. Died
Yes.
yesterday. Stargazing. Shame I haven't got a car at the minute because I've got an amazing location. I go stargazing. Do night sky photography, but need a car for it. Beauty of living this rural. No, not a lot of artificial light, so you get clear sky. You get the skies being uninterrupted by human electric light. Absolutely no. Where's my cape and lightsaber? You know, Amazon sell them. I want a lightsaber. I want a red one. They're actually quite cheap lightsabers, actually. They're not that expensive. What I really want, I'm going really nerdy now. I'm hoping somebody in here, actually I think Jimmy does. Jimmy will appreciate this. I want a... oh crap, what they're called. The oh my mind's gone. The Tusken Raider weapon stick. I want one of those. Somebody help me with what they're called. That's what I want. I want to say gaffy stick, but I don't know if that's right.
I think it was called a bantha stick.
No, there's another. Yeah, there is. That's what it is because they use them to clean the Vance's teeth apart from everything else. But there's another name for it. Why are ghosts and demons so close? Demons are a ghoul's best friend. Teshi, quit while you're behind. No, Wayne never does. Not saying as much have a stormy headache feels like 1,000. Oh no. So yeah, I hope that headache gets sorted out for you, sweetie. No, it's right, that's bothering me now. I'm gonna have to one of my little Boba figures has one, but I'm gonna have a look now because it's annoying me. Why can't dinosaurs clap their hands because they're extinct?
Oh,
Do you know something?
I'm not sure that was even a dad joke.
Yeah, I know. I think Mike deserves his first flag in the air. His first planking. So proud. Come on, Jimmy, you should know this. I'm on to Google's the Star Wars thing up. I just want to see if I'm right. I should. Oh yeah, it's a gaffy cult, right? I was just doubting myself. Yeah, I want a gaffy stick. I'd rather have a gaffy stick than a lightsaber. If you're ever sad, just imagine it. I love T-Rexes. Sorry, I know that changed the subject, but I love T-Rexes as well. I want a T-Rex. So, what did Wayne say? I taught them well, young Jedi. May the Force be with you. Dark side of the Force. Dark side. I want to get a Neo Saber dueling lightsaber. Say that fast. What kind of ghosts have these? Wayne, one more, and you're going in the water as well. All these dad jokes are cheering me up a bit. Oh well, I'm pleased somebody's enjoying them. Young Sasquatchian. I would say I've lost control, but I never have control over the chat.
We'll get back to work.
That's when you beat me to it. More. The sand people use a Gaddafi. No, it's a gaffy. Gaffy stick. No dir in it.
Sir.
Gaffy stick, they're awesome. Just when Bobby uses one. I'm on my well-deserved break. It must be well-deserved, sweetie, because you usually manage to lurk a lot more.
Yeah.
Hope everything's okay.
He's actually working tonight.
Yeah. I know it's been a rough week. So I went to the dark side of the Force, and yes, indeed, they have cookies. Yes, they do. They do. They're way more interesting. Did you rate the glass again, Philip? Hang on, I did look it up. Star Wars fights. Hang on, just give me a sec. I'm sure it's a gaffy stick. Oh. Tusken Raider. Oh! I stand corrected. Why do I call it a gaffy stick then?
Because the dir is silent.
Oh, a Gaddafi stick, also known simply as a Gaddafi or a gaffy stick. Known as both. I hadn't heard of Gaddafi. No breaking itself, said Philip. Oh. Sorry, something I just wanted to point out. Yeah, no. It was say I only know it as a gaffy stick. My reactors only ever say gaffy. Did not know it was Gaddafi. I learned something. Stay tuned, you deserve a break to be on here with us. It's a short term for it. Yeah, it is. It's both. I've just looked it up. People just make Star Wars stuff as it goes along, so I can't keep up. Kelly would be proud of you for learning something new. He would. He would probably also be ashamed of me for not knowing that a gaffy stick is sometimes called a Gaddafi stick. That really is something I should have known. Mythos would be appalled as well. Me and Mythos confused Crow on one of his live streams because he said, "What pets have you got?" And I said, "Bantha." And apparently, Mythos has got one too. I think it sounds like he's got the same Build-A-Bear I've got. He was swinging his lightsaber around laughing. I'd be debunked. I would be debunked. Did he? No, that is something I should have known then, because I love me Boba Fett. It's just Fruit Fest, the giraffe stick's gotta be long. Oh, they're awesome. I would actually, like I say, I would rather have a gaffy stick than a lightsaber.
Ding.
Ding! Is that true? That sounds amazing. Ding, ding, ding. I'm getting down to the chat a bit more now. At the bottom of the chat. A bit less crowing. You can point me out in a crowd, can't you? So close. So close. Okay, guys, I've mashed up, vapored up, made up, and dropped in here. Thank you for all these suggestions. You miss me making him embarrassing yourself on Star Wars knowledge. Something I didn't know. Who got debunked? Anybody? Me. Call myself a Star Wars fan. It's actually the I'm really intrigued about these hauntings actually after crimes. I might start looking into that. And if people don't watch true crime channels, they may not know things like the Fox Follows so much. Stories like that. Oh, who got dunked? Sorry, I can't even read now. Who got dunked? Philip and Mike. Mike got his first planking. Drastic, got them all around. Yeah, I don't watch as much now because I've got time, but I love my true crime. I enjoy true crime on occasion. Yeah, the trouble is because when I used to binge it, it's difficult to find new stories. But I like the fact that some of them have led on to supposed hauntings. Have you? Oh, didn't know I had a plank night before. Well, you've had another one tonight, and it was well earned. I have to go to bed. It's 3:30 a.m. here. Yes, it is. We're all in the same place. Night, sweetie. Thank you for joining. No two. Seriously? Oh, there he is. Hello. Hello, look at the Muppet avatar. All the best people have Muppet avatars. Just checking mine's on there. And it is. I'm honoured. Yeah. Hang on.
I'm a nerd too.
Yes, Wisdom is a nerd. Wisdom is definitely a nerd. He knows way more about Star Trek than I do, because I only really watch one. As my Discord is going off, I have pinned the Discord link at the top of the chat. That's the latest Discord link. Would it sound weird if I said watch loads stuff to catch a predator? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a huge... All the best people are nerds. All the best people are nerds. I always find it a bit... I always find it hilarious, actually, that Kenny Biddle is such a massive nerd and such a massive skeptic at the same time. Mm-hmm. It's where Kenny gets his mystery and wonder from his geekdom. Mm-hmm. See, we all need it from somewhere. Even Kenny Biddle. Night Air Force. How long are we on? Oh, just going up to 2 hours. Yeah, that's not clicking. There we go.
Ding.
Good sleep, sweet dreams. Ding. Wayne. If I face my clock to the walls, would I go back in time? No. Even Kenny, yeah. Actually, one of the first Kenny live streams I watched. And I don't always agree with Kenny, and he knows this. I've got a huge respect for him, by the way. That's not me saying I don't like it. I've got a huge respect for Kenny. But I remember one of the first live streams I watched, he said that he was a massive fan of the first 6 Dragonlance books, and I thought, that's it. I can't be horrible about him because nerd code. requires me to like him now. Massive respect. Tell Kenny he gets his energy from being a geek nerd, then sit back and watch his head explode. In some ways, he probably does. Yeah, keeps you going. Kenny Biddle could debunk a UFO crash and have aliens running about, yeah. We're imagining it. It's not happening. It's all in our minds. It's a group hallucination. The UFO's fake. You'd try. How do ghosts stay in shape by exercise? Oh, Tesh. No, the dork's a different thing. Kenny's a nerd, and Kenny's a proud nerd like me. He wears it like a badge of honor. Yeah, actually, Kenny would live seeing Action Aliens. He'd be like, take me with you. Yeah, he'd want to go with them to see what it was all about. Tell them how the ship's not put together properly. Can I take this ship apart just to see how it works? Because he loves doing that.
Just don't break the bottle.
Yes.
And put it back on the gun.
100% respect his approach. I mean, I'm a researcher anyway, long-term researcher, but that's what I take from Kenny is, even though I'm a believer, do your research. And if you really believe in the full deep dive research that Stevie, who we were talking about earlier, Truth of Demons, go and check a channel out. Why do demons and ghouls hold together? Because demons are best.
Didn't we have that one already?
Yeah, Kenny would just say it's Swampcast because the aliens are running around. What did you say, Wiz?
Didn't we have that one already?
Not the way Sheila did it. She told it differently. Yeah, he'd be telling aliens what's wrong with their ship. And that's probably true.
Free labor for a year if I can drive.
I think he said that, hasn't he? Aliens landed, he'd want to drive one. Be like Will Smith in Independence Day. I gotta get me one of these. Beats traffic. Lurking and jerking. Okay. Here we go. What is an uncle's least favourite animal? An anteater. Okay, let's move on to the link. Yeah, I'm going to add some more merch next week, guys. Next live stream or two, I'll also announce some of the other things that are going to be happening. If Sheila's still here, actually, I am producing what you were asking me about with the colouring books. I will let people know when they're available. And those who ask me about techniques and starting a new channel, I've actually made the channel. I haven't put anything on it yet. It's I can't remember what I called it. I think it was the Paranormal Picture Show, but there's nothing on there at the minute. I'll get the mods to put the link up when it's ready. Yeah, Datsun would be. I'd be trying to modify the alien ship to make it go faster. Because light speed's just not fast enough for Datsun. What kind of skin cream do ghosts use? Vanishing cream.
Shaking my head.
Yeah, I've got stuff to add to the Patreon actually this week, so there'll be more about the magazines and some of the new artworks. Yeah, it's some colouring books is something I'm planning to do for a while, but I actually haven't thought of doing the fantastic type designs, and some of the designs I've been putting on Facebook of my older artwork. So I'll get one of those up, and eventually I'll probably do some like the debunk. Some of the stuff I'll do like a community one as well at some point. Some of the other artwork I do for like the debunker badges, etc. I received a rather surprising friends request on Facebook, Naomi. Oh, she's lovely. Wayne, Naomi's an absolute sweetheart. And she was saying when we were on Crows Live that she's actually going to go out with investigating with P&C Paranormal with Paul and Claire. By the way, Paul and Claire have got a live stream tomorrow night, UK time. It's 6 p.m.
Cool.
I will put. They've put the link in the Discord already, but I'll share it out as well about an hour before the live stream to remind people. I do want to support PNC, and they're lovely people. So, I don't know what Hair Force said. Hang on. Hold it. Okay, we'll ignore it. Nights of Spookfest, thank you for being here. No, she's really nice. I like Naomi. Just don't use the word moist around her.
Moist.
Or do, because everybody else does.
Moist.
That's why when she comes into a chat, Beardo says, "Don't say moist." And the Crow says it as well. And everybody says moist. Okay. Well, see, I'm on a roll now. I'm at the bottom of the chat again.
Ding.
Ding. Bye to Spookfest. I keep missing Spookfest lives, actually. It's bad timing for me. Mind you, I've been missing a lot of lives recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, Naomi loves the word moist.
Moist.
That makes it easy when people are saying goodbye. Get to the bottom of the chat again.
Ding.
Except I'm losing track of what people are talking about now. Who's been doing a lot of trivia? I don't know who we're talking about. I'm clairvoyant, what can I say? Oh, Mike's psychic. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Keep the chatter rolling.
Time is it? 24. I'm back on East Coast time. I've been on UK time for a few days. The first time this year.
Yeah, it's almost 4 a.m.
Oh, look at you know what time. Oh, I said what time it was in there. Yeah, it's 20 to 4.
No, actually, I've got a thing on here with a bunch of different time zones now.
Yeah, actually, I've done that on my phone. I've got US. Well, I know US anyway, but I've got US and I've got Australia.
Yeah, I've got 2 Australia times. I don't know which is which.
Well, I did Sydney and Perth because Sydney's east coast
Yeah.
and Perth's west. So,
That's what I did too. And then I got London and Miami and Minnesota, Denver, and here.
Nato, I'll swing by after grabbing wisdom. We're going to see Kenny for a lap. Don't grass me up. Got him in the. But you can if you want. Don't think you'd mind. Do you know what, Mike? Me too. Because for the most part, for the last 9 months, I've been living East Coast time. I think Alive with everyone sharing their paranormal experience would be great. Pre-submitted might be fun for Halloween. Yeah, it's a good idea, Sheila. And also, I am thinking, because I was going to do a long live stream at the end of this month, but I want to make sure I'm technically prepared for it. I'm thinking of doing it at the end of. I'm thinking of doing it for Halloween instead, or around Halloween. So yeah, that would be a great idea. And I think I do have a section in Discord for stories, by the way. I've also put a section in Discord called Polls and Questions. I've already done one. I did one that was, you can still add to it. What was it? Oh, if you could take a debunker and an investigator onto a desert island for a month, who would you take and why? I put one up today, a new one up today, that said if you became a ghost and could haunt 3 people, a debunker, a faker, and a real investigator, who would you take and why? So this is my way of getting an extra bit of content for the fanzine, by the way.
I answered that one.
Yeah. So yeah, for Halloween, I haven't decided what to do. But I am thinking of doing a long live stream, sort of Halloween themed. I've been talking to Wisdom about the music for it. I don't know. I might just do a 12-hour live stream and just drop in and out. And I'm not asking people to stay for 12 hours, but just keep it going. And I might do a little. I'm not doing a charity live stream as such, with people can't afford it, etc. But I was going to set up a little GoFundMe for one of my local charities if anybody wanted to. So I'm hoping I'll be remonetized by then. But whether I am or not, it means a little local charity can get some money, and I'll put some in the pot as well. Can I get a pirate baptism? As you've asked nicely, Air Force. Yes, you can. Yeah, Michael, there is I can't remember what the section's called, but there is a story section in there, because I want to be able to start using some for the publications as well. So I've got my paranormal experience already written in a short story. It's called My Horror Anomaly. Oh, awesome, Sheila. I'm not just talking about putting ghost stories, by the way, for the magazines. I would actually quite like at some point to put together a book of subscribers' ghost stories. I don't know if I can do it on Amazon, but I'd quite like to do it so it's done that it goes to charity. eBay have that sort of program. I'm hoping Amazon do, where instead of giving any profit to me, it can go straight to a certain charity. Night, Teshi. I have a few more things before I get done. Good night. Hugs, sweetie.
Night, Teshi.
Is there a charity you prefer in your area? Yeah, I kind of want to. Here's my thing with charities: is I don't like it. there's nothing wrong with large charities, but the trouble is if you give into a large charity, you don't know where the money's going. And for example, I know people who, it's like Jeff with this live stream, he's finding it difficult to find out how much money got donated in that 12-hour live stream we put all the hard work into. But I'd rather put it into a little low charity that, I'm not looking to raise loads and loads of money. No, even if it's just a local charity will appreciate it. I don't know whether to do on the animal charities. We've got one. There's different options really. We've got one here called Shack, which looks at shelters, cats and dogs, and that is locally run. And I know some of the people in there. We also, but the other thing is, it's around Halloween. People are going to start thinking about Christmas, and I'd quite like to do something that helps one of the local charities that helps make people's Christmases better. I don't know. I need to look into it, but I'm because I'm very much on the animals side. It might be something like Shack, which they're very good. They're definite. I mean, like I say, they are 100% a local charity, 100% non-profit. It's not, they're not looking at people being heads of the charity being paid gargantuan salaries or anything. So, and I think one of the things that this community has in common. I mean, look at when Crow raised money for Nazareth. If you're in Crow's chat, you'll know that one of the subs rescued a cat, a little kitten actually, from Nazareth, and the chat helped pay for the medical bills. So yeah, I think animals are a common love on this community. So I think I'll probably find one of the local animal charities. And I know it's just local to me, but at least you know that it will be getting used for what it's intended for, to help the animals. Some take a portion. That would be nice for a local non-profit charity. Yeah. Because I live rural, I don't know if other people who live rural find the same thing. Because I live rural, there are several sort of really small charities. There's one, for example, here that rescues hedgehogs. I mean, that's how small, some of them do, and people give all the time and effort. Yeah. So and sometimes it's like the hedgehog one. It's volunteers. I mean, there's nobody's salaried. Yeah, and I do think if you give to a local charity, it's more likely to go for the cause rather than anything else, rather than overheads. Sheila says it was terrifying. I live next to a cemetery, and some crazy experiences since I moved. These experiences ended. It's good that they ended. Sorry, one sec. Lost my earbud again. Stupid earbuds. So lots of unhoused. Do my best every day to payday to deliver them some pet food. Yeah, our the charity I mentioned here, Shack. In our local supermarkets, there's a sort of area, like a big bin type. I'm talking to Americans. A big sort of section where sometimes it's shelves actually, where if you're doing your shopping, and even if you just buy sort of one can of dog food or something, and you go through the checkout, and instead of taking whatever you've bought, dog food, cat food, whatever, with you, you put it on the shelf, and it all goes to that charity. The Salvation Army is one that I have a problem with. Not the people who genuinely volunteer. The genuine volunteers are fabulous. We have a Salvation Army charity shop here. I think you guys sometimes call them thrift stores, I think. And only a percentage if that shop goes to the actual charity. No, if I give to charity, I want it to go to whatever the cause is. And I know that's an idealistic way of looking at it, but that's why I think a local charity is better. She says I crochet blankets for the local animal shelters. So I like to see that stuff like that. It's like like I was saying about the charity bins in the supermarkets that Shack do. It's all stuff like that, and I often see them put out requests for things like blankets and bedding, and if you've got an old dog bed or whatever, it all adds up. It's all expensive. They have to fork out for themselves. I love animals and try to feed the birds, cats that come here for food. We feed the birds in the garden all the time. We have blackbirds that actually will, when we're in the kitchen, will actually just stand at the windowsill and look in and follow you around along the windowsill until you actually go out and feed them. We also had last year. We also had a cat that we knew was local, and the owners were like, "Oh well, no, she does this. Sometimes she doesn't come home for weeks." And we were feeding her for about 3 or 4 weeks before she went home. All over here is people complain about the unhoused. No, yeah, that's the problem. People will complain, but they won't do anything about it. We give to Jennifer's Pet Rescue. She runs a non-profit organisation by herself. She takes donations only to cover food and medical expenses. Yeah. That's when you know it's genuine. Crochet blankets from odd balls of yarn to make them washable, give them to local. Yeah. Sarah, would it be better to buy actual food and give that? Shack, if I did something like Shack, then they would do that anyway. Like I say, the other benefit with a local charity is, especially when you know people connected with it, you know how it works. We mostly give a dry food for ducks. Yeah, like the big sort of sacks of food. I crochet blankets for our local vets. Awesome. Yeah. Every bit helps. Even if, like I say, you're shopping and you just buy a few tins or sack of food or whatever and just put it on the shelf, and a charity that say Shack sort of rescues animals, we've got food to feed them. It's simple. Sometimes keeping it simple is the best way to do it. Wisdom, what do you have in? Yeah, you're quiet, Wisdom. What have you got in the works?
I got a video that the animation just finished, so not sure how soon I'll put it out, but I've got one ready now. I have yet to watch the entire thing through with music, but I'll do that after the live before I decide to upload it. But I believe I've put the next song out in my what do you call it, my portfolio in the Discord. I try to do whatever I'm working on releasing next. I'll post the actual audio for it in the Discord.
Yeah, both Philip and Wisdom do that. They post the audio in there, so you get sort of sneak previews of what's coming up. My mate lived on the street in the local city. There was a cat known to all around as Street Cat. One day the RSPAC got him, so my mate adopted him and he still roams the street but has a home now. That's brilliant. I know I've got 1 or 2 friends who have taken cats in that have been strays. Uh, Supporting rescues is essential. It's absolutely essential. But I'll tell you what, and again, you know, I don't know if other people have found the same thing, but when you live rural, it's superb. Nobody would get away around here with not being good to animals. Um, get away with it at all. Uh, yeah, doesn't have to be much. Any little bit helps with charities, especially with local charities. Yeah, it's all very well having these big marathons, you know, like you get on the TV, etc., where a lot of money's made, but you don't know where that money's going. I'm not saying it doesn't go to the right places, but I mean, a little local charity here, if you raise sort of, I don't know, $100, $200, would think it was Christmas.
Mhm.
That's when you know it's making a difference.
Ding.
Ding. Ding-a-ling. We're at 4 o'clock. Amit Collars of the charity by me says when unhoused drop in, they always say they love to have a proper collar on their dog. Sometimes it's just the small things. Yeah, it's just that attention to detail and animals being looked after properly. I mean, that was the problem when the cat I was talking about that we were looking after for 3 or 4 weeks last year. It's only because we have a local town Facebook page that we knew that she obviously, I mean, you could tell she was, well, you know, that she wasn't a stray. But she didn't have a collar on. So if I hadn't gone onto Facebook, wouldn't even know where she was from.
Got a stray, I put a collar on it.
Yeah. At our Wendy's restaurant, there are about a dozen cats. And if I buy food, I always buy chicken McNuggets for the cats. So I take a bag of cat food and pour it out for them. The animal shelter is no help. Oh, it's no good one. You know, little gestures like that. Animal shelters should be helping. It may sound a little bad. People have options, animals don't. That's right. And I deliver food for the animals. I open up bags right there, and then so the owners cannot return it for money. Yeah. Friend's mum worked for a charity and said that only 20p in every pound actually went for the charity. Yeah, I think it was because this was years ago when I lived in London. I had a friend, it's the friend I went to a lot of the gigs with, and she worked for a major cancer charity. I'm not going to say which one it was, but a major cancer charity. It's not one of the well-known ones because it's actually more of a research charity than anything else. But she said she would never give to them because she could see where the finance got poured into. She was secretary there. So I mean, the bigger the charity, you just want to know where your money goes. The other problem I have here is there's I do like to, even the big charities, I like to know it's going locally to me. I believe in looking after my local area. And for example, things like the air ambulance, which are especially used in the rural areas here, they have different sections. So you can donate to, for me, it's the North East Air Ambulance or the Scottish Air Ambulance or the Welsh Air Ambulance, whatever. You can direct it. But the Lifeboat Association, which I would really like to give to more, but because lifeboats are major up here, because treacherous waters, because it's the North Sea. But if you give to the RNLI, and I'm not saying you shouldn't, because it's an amazing charity, but you don't know where it's going to in the country. And when you want to support local, you should have the option to, I think. How do we get into charity? Oh, it's because I was talking about the Halloween. So yes, I will choose one for the Halloween and just set up a little GoFundMe. The other thing with the GoFundMe is it means that you know, you can see what people are. I'm not saying to check up on what people are giving, but you know, poor Jeff not being able to get a sort of idea of how much was given for that, all that hard work for a 12-hour live stream. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I have seen people who've used GoFundMe on a live stream, and they have a little counter actually on the screen. If I can work out how to do that, I will. But I'll put the link up.
I don't
and
know. If I had a charity and somebody put out like a charity fundraiser thing and donated to the charity, and then they asked about it, I would have been like so grateful from the charity's perspective that I would have been like, yeah, absolutely, I'll look into that and get back to you as soon as I got figures for you, so they would know. I mean, that just seems like the courtesy thing to do, you know?
It does, and I also think it might be because it was a bigger charity, you know, probably a bit more blasé about it, where a local charity absolutely would do that. I mean, what our local charities do is if, say, one of the shops have got... there's several shops around here that have tins for different charities, you know, official ones. And they'll, for most of them, they'll actually get a little notice up saying, you know, the post office do it quite a bit, and it's like the post office raised however much last month for this charity. They will actually give them something to put up on the wall. But you're not going to get that from the bigger charities. Our local shelter is so full. We put so many, yeah, especially black cats. Yeah, Crow said that. Nobody likes black cat. I don't know why. I love a black cat.
Yeah.
Because several of crows are black. See, that was it, because he tried to take them. He took a black cat in. I remember the story rightly. He took a black cat in a storm. And it's about an hour into the cat being in the house, he gave birth to, I think, 4 kittens or something.
And he couldn't get rid of it.
He couldn't take. They wouldn't take them in. The shelter wouldn't take them in because nobody takes black cats. It's one of the reasons he's got so many cats. But I don't get it. I don't get why people don't have black cats. Crow helped me. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. To help save money for someone to save a little kitty who's injured. Little love goes a long way. Yeah, I'll put into that. And I love the name of the cat. I love the name of the kitten, Nazareth. Actually, if you're not on Crow's Facebook page, when Ganja Mama puts some photos or video up, I'll show the chat this little kitten. But yeah, the had the operation on the eye, and apparently within a day was playing around and really bouncing back. There should be more oversight with bigger charities and acting like corporations. That's what I don't like about the bigger charities.
Yeah.
You know. And there's always somebody at the top earning a huge salary. Yeah, they couldn't. I don't know if he's had any look. I mean, he probably would have said something in the chat if he had. But no, he hasn't been able to find out the amount. So I adopted a black kitten after my dog passed. Funny enough, his name is Crow. I know. I don't know. I also think that black cats are beautiful.
I like the panther.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I had a cat, I'd probably look for a black cat. Bye, Wayne. Sleep well. My black cat was the sweetest thing ever. But make sure you keep your black cat inside during Halloween. Really? Oh, people are horrid.
Mhm.
That's why we need animal charities for the most part. What people do to them. Nothing wrong with black cat, said Shad Mice. We used to do photography for the local shelter. Only challenge with them was their black fur absorbed all the light, making it hard to get their beautiful details. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'd actually love a black cat. Mwah, Wayne. Sleep well.
Right.
Can't be good. Careful. Yeah, the fur would getting the details on the fur would be difficult. Oh. That's absolutely awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's a superstition. I'm surprised still holds. Actually, it seems a bit of a. It's a bit like not having the number 13 on doors or floors. I thought we'd be past that sort of thing. I had a black cat named Midnight. Oh, lovely name. I still want a dog though. Hopefully a male one, because I want to call it Boba.
Our stray cat is a black cat. We named him Jack.
Oh.
Jack Black.
There we go. I can have some dings, somebody. Can I have some credit. I've got time to
Ding,
drop with the chat again.
Ding.
Considering I was in such a wake up state when I started. I wonder if people who adopt change the name they came with. Mine came with the name. I think that varies. I mean, I suppose if you've got a stray, you might not know what the name is, but and also might depend on how old, if they're used to being called. But I think that varies. But I think most people I know who've adopted have, if they've known the name, have kept the name.
Night,
I
Sheila.
did just ding, 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 ding. Sorry, Kathy. Oh, is Sheila off now? Night, sweetie. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. I take care of show dogs for work right now. It's so satisfying. I get to spoil them. That must be hard work, working for show dogs.
Mm.
Ooh, there's high standards there. That's high pressure. We have a little. I think we've got two actually. We've got one pet groomer on the Market Square, and the number of times I see a dog go in and I think, oh, that dog's beautiful, and it comes out and it looks stupid. Come on, guys, you know, give your animals some dignity when you're getting them groomed. So yeah, I don't know what you just typed. You've had a moment. We have adopted 2 senior dogs that were strays. Yeah, I've seen pictures of. Was it on video? I can't remember. My dog's beautiful. Hi, Sheila, sweetie. Sweet dreams. They're across the Orsby. Yeah, yeah. It's the only problem, isn't it? Grieving process. But yeah, always with you. Older dogs are. Yeah, it's older the animal, the harder it is to find somebody to adopt. And also, I've got a couple of friends who've had, well, best friend adopted a dog from a shelter because adopted him is quite young, but I actually won't go to the house now because the dog's so vicious. Well, with anybody that comes into the house, it's fine with those who live in the house. But I really don't approve that the animal shelter didn't tell them what the problem was. Because it's clear that whatever's happened to this dog has happened inside the house. Somebody must have. So anybody who comes into the house, and it's a huge dog as well, basically goes for them. And I just think that they should have known that, because if it's people keep saying to me, "Oh, well, you're going to get a dog, you can adopt one." I'm like, no, because I wouldn't know. That's not fair on the dog if I don't know what I'm doing. Because I want one from a puppy so I can train it myself, because I can do that. But yeah, I do know a couple who adopt dogs, and they were older dogs. The last two they adopted, and they were in horrendous condition, but they were so good at and knew what they were doing. The dogs are really it took months, but the dogs are really healthy now. You've got to know what you're doing to adopt an older dog. Hang on. Sorry, I'm crying the chat a little bit here because I've been waffling.
Oh,
Hang on. What am I doing?
You go upwards.
Yeah, I went the wrong way. The people who live next door to me did not like me feeding the crows. Crows are bad luck. They're just birds. I know we get some crows here. We because I live the street next to me has a large graveyard, so we get a lot of jackdaws. And they flock when I'm putting food out. Gertie was at the shelter for 6 months. Yeah, at least the shelter. The only thing I would say about that is at least the shelter kept her, because that's the only thing that. Because I know my friend that's got the dog that clearly had far more problems than they were told about. She really thinks the dog should be going to somebody else. But the problem with that particular shelter is we know what's going to happen if the dog can't be rehoused. And obviously
Nope.
she doesn't want that to happen.
No return.
Yeah, well, they would, but then we know what happened with the dog.
Yep.
I've taken unwanted pets of all kinds to live out their last days. It's heartbreaking, satisfying. Yeah, they do. Unconditional. At the moment, I have a husky, as they are cat and dog's clothing. I get the best of both worlds. I love huskies. There's a couple of people here and both of them have got two huskies. Oh, and they're such beautiful animals. Beautiful. I normally
No, can't talk.
I normally kept the name my adopted cats came with, especially except one. It didn't fit him at all, so we ended up with a nickname. Extreme abuse that she wasn't told about. Yeah. So, I mean, this is my best friend, and we'd normally go over and spend a few days and sort of chill out and space to get away. I just won't go in the house. I'm not the only one either. Hang on. Sometimes the unwanted pets I take in aren't the greatest, but yeah. Animals, no. I'm trying to decide best for the cats. Maybe I should keep the name, although he is young. The dog we rescued last year, Freya, was 20 pounds underweight and emaciated, severely neglected for at least 9 months. Yeah, that sounds like, a couple I mentioned that had adopted too. I saw the dogs when they first adopted, and they were in horrendous condition. Yeah, I know somebody else who actually they've had Staffies, we call them Staffordshire Bull Terriers, for years, but they decided when theirs died to adopt one, and it attacked her. Same reason. And when they ended up getting another one, they actually went back to just taking one as a puppy. Actually, do you know, the same friend, this was years ago, she took in a stray. They already had a cat that they'd got as a kitten, and she took in a stray, and it wasn't very old at the time. And it had they'd opened the front door, and it had sort of darted in the house and never left. Called Giles, a lovely cat, and really friendly. But whereas, I mean, they literally took him in as kitten. And I mean, he lived till he was 14, 15. And right up to the last, you put food down in front of him, he would literally gobble it like it was his last meal. After just those first, I mean, he can't be more than 6 months old, probably not even that. Those first few weeks on the streets, of wondering where the next meal was coming from, he never lost that urgency of eating. Perfectly happy cat, but never lost that urgency of eating. We as humans created all these animals to our liking over thousands of years. We should treat them better. We absolutely should. There are now laws in the UK. All dogs and cats, among others, are sentient, so anyone hurting them can face a prison and heavy. Oh, there's massive penalties in the UK if you're done for animal abuse. Massive. Quite rightly. Or say humans don't deserve it. Yeah. That's why we sort of have a loving joke at the moment. I think it was Wisdom that sort of said it was, where we're so toxic, we raise money for poorly kitties.
Mhm.
There's a reason I can't type quickly. Oh, I'm always making mistakes. I'm worse on my phone. One word goes in and I suddenly hit send before I finish typing.
Or you press send, and then all of a sudden you see all your typos after you sent it.
Yeah. I can do that on the computer, but I'm lethal on my phone. So if you see one word chats from me, that's what I've done. I've been on my phone and yeah, that's I've known people with pit bulls now, and they're gorgeous. They're being absolutely gorgeous. It's the way they're treated, isn't it? Treat a dog well, cat well, any animal well. Every cat, dog deserves a home, but not every home. Yeah, I don't think they do it anymore. But in the UK, you used to have a license for a dog. Do they still do that? I don't think they do it anymore. Used to have a dog license. Yeah, no such thing as a bad dog, only bad owners. Yep. And medical, but I mean that's another reason I'm holding off. I mean, it's part of my trip to the States because I'll be there for 2 to 4 weeks in probably the year after next. I don't want to put a dog in kennels for a month, so I'm going to wait till I come back. But also, yeah, it's the expense of which I'm happy to pay if I've got the money. So yeah, medical bills and food, and if you're gonna have an animal, look after them properly. Debunk. Ned won't admit it, but he's secretly a cat lover. Is he?
I think he just likes the mittens.
Yeah. Mittens. I'm not sure if it's still irrelevant, but your homeowners would not cover a pit bull or a Rottweiler. I don't know.
They're outlawed in certain places still, I think.
Yeah, I don't think pit bulls or Rottweilers are here, but there are certain breeds that you're not allowed to have anymore. There's one pit bull breed, but it's not an actual pit bull. It's a certain type. They've been because there've been attacks and deaths from them. Pit bull was purebred, which was taken from a fighting ring, bad shape, passed at 15. I'm very lucky he had to be registered due to being pure breed, yeah. Most require dog licenses and some also cat license. Have I got anybody in the UK left? I don't know if we do dog licenses anymore. Ned sends his love to everyone. Send our love back. Tell him I'd never ask him to share a slushie. Oh, really? Find them under a new name. That's one way of them people getting around it. Yeah. Just want to say thank you. You have unknowingly changed a little bit of my thinking. Wow. Debunk. I bet that took some doing. We do love Ned. We do. Ned's awesome. So are you, Jonathan, by the way, you know. Giving all my love to Ned here. Time, Ryan. 4:30. Oh my goodness. Coming up to 3 hours. Ooh. Wow.
Ding.
They're using Bull Terrier and many other names for pit bulls now, yeah. That's one of the problems that they have here is in terms of, because it's a certain type of Bull Terrier that's been banned. I can't remember the name of it. But if there is problems, sometimes it's actually identifying the breed in the investigation. Right, Gary says, yeah, in the UK, no license anymore, but all cats and... Oh, right, they have to be chipped. That's interesting.
Ding.
Did not know that. I was just wondering where Stay Tuned was. It's lurky turkey because he's working. A worky lurky turkey. Debunk the Drunk is a great person. He is. Pitbull's registered with local council just under American Staffy. In the UK, you need to have a license to own, but you used to. No, you used to have to. It was only dogs, I think. If you owned a dog, you had to have a dog license to say that you owned it and that you could own it. But they don't do it anymore. But it sounds now that if dogs or cats need to be chipped, that's kind of the same thing, I think. But yeah, you used to have a dog license. There's a Debunk's link. Debunk the Drunk. Ned's busting my balls for putting in too many hours at work. He is dying for some screen time. Oh, is he being neglected?
He just wants to play games.
He does want to play games. He wants his loving audience to see him. Yeah, holds your info, etc. So chipping sounds like just an updated version of the dog license.
Yeah, the chipping, they basically put like an identification chip just under
Yeah.
the skin, so they can scan them. If they find or pick up a cat, they can scan and charge the owner for we caught your cat.
Yeah. Because it holds the owner's info as well.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There's Philip's channel. Stay tuned. I think the vet does it. Well, obviously the vet does it with the chipping.
Yeah.
Oh, man's looking like I don't know. I mean, I know people who've had pit bulls for years and you know, treated right. They're very loving dogs. I wouldn't have the ability to have a dog like that, but people who know what they're doing. All cats and dogs in my state need to be by law microchipped. Yep. Support us more. Yeah, I put a link out for Philip's latest video and said, go and support a small channel. Our dogs are chipped. Yeah. I think it depends, but cats are about £10 and dogs maybe 20. No idea why the difference in price. It's the same bloody chip. Yeah. Yeah. When you adopt a pet at our local shelter, the microchipping is included in the adoption fee. Yeah. Yeah. That's not bad. Actually, that's you know, if you're going to take on a dog or a cat, you shouldn't be griping about £10 or £20 for a microchip. That's about $15 to $25 to $30. Is that a splanking coming up? But he did notice that no one asked.
Mike did it. Mike's the one to get planked.
Yeah. Just a dip, please. Okay. Let's do this as a double dip for both Philip and Mike. Hang on. Hitting the wrong button here. Okay.
I
Double
think we will.
splanking. I've had 110 on my last video. We tried to push it out there. I thought that was really funny, that last video, actually. Whee!
Yeehaw.
Oh, Boo had 100. That's awesome, Boo. For start a channel. That's really good. Has Boo's link? Oh, there we go. I see. I'm sure Candy's psychic. Way more efficient than me. No double dip in the chips. There's Boo's link. Boo's just started.
Support a larger channel.
she'll support her while she's still, mingling with us. Small channels. Who's passive doesn't she is? She is. Talk about food. Crow will be in the chat. Crow's quiet tonight, actually. I would say he's editing, but
He's lurking.
he probably is. I know he's trying to get this latest video finished. I have a friend who works in country music and he was suitably impressed with it. Good. I actually find Suno really good for country music. It's one of the most consistent genres when you do that. That's Mike's awesome crystals link. Soul Spirit crystals.
Crystals.
I bought from Mike, so he is endorsed on this channel. He's cooking up something. Oh, he's always cooking up something. I don't think I ever talk to Crow or hear a voice message and there's not clattering going on in the background or he's munching on something. Usually chips. Well, it sounds weird to say chips if you're British. Crisps. Chips is a different thing.
Crunchy foods.
Crunchy. I'm hungry again. Don't start talking about food, guys. I'm struggling as it is. Hang on, I'm going to cough. Gross ASMR. Yeah. No comment. I have two accounts, so I get confused who I'm subscribed to. This is my main account. Probably subscribed under the other one. Yeah, I get a bit confused now because I've got 4 accounts now because I keep adding channels.
Wow.
But YouTube is you don't have to log out. You can do it all under the same account. Because otherwise I wouldn't bother. Because I can never remember password. My names are exactly the same under both. Yeah, 3 of. I mean, I'm never into 2 of them. I mean, the Fantastic Paranormal I set up in case because of this actually starting out as an art channel, and this has just ended up as the Paranormal channel. But I will be dumping a load of stuff into both Fantastic Paranormal and Folio when I'm getting ready for remonetization. Anything I think they'll piss and moan about will go over to one of the other channels. But I did today set up one for the art channel. But yeah, you can just click your icon and switch account. You don't have to log in and out. I swear YouTube unsubbed me to many new ones. I just joined. Poor Candy Gizmo. Yeah, I'm constantly getting people saying that they've had to resub. I don't tend to stress if I lose 1 or 2 subs in a day because I usually get them. Oh, YouTube unsubbed me. YouTube have unsubbed me channels. And it often tends to be channels you've just subbed to. Because, for example, I know if you're in Crow's chat, you'll recognise the name Marilyn Mundy. And I know I'd subbed to Marilyn, and I was trying to get a link, and I realised I was unsubbed again. That happened with somebody else as well. I'm thinking, come on, I know I subbed to them. So yeah, if you are, especially if you're starting out as a YouTuber, don't panic if you lose 1 or 2 subs. People are going to resubscribe when they realise they're not getting notification.
Yeah, did you see that last video that so and so did? No, I didn't get a notice for that. Hey, I'm not even subbed now. That's messed up. Stupid YouTube.
It happened to me with Dawson when I first subbed. Because again, I only realized I was noticing these things because I was, say, modding for somebody, modding for Crow, looking for a link to put in the chat, and suddenly thought, well, I'm subscribed to this channel.
Yeah, I believe I remember that live.
Beardo said he was going to put more shorts out there, make good money. I don't know. I don't bother with shorts. Not very often, anyway. I've had lots of problems with YouTube. Don't get me started. But you get a free channel. Yeah, I think it's apart from the Marilyn Monday thing. It's just the only one recently I've noticed. Dawson was a while ago, and I have YouTube Premium. Shorts are great for promotion. Yeah, I really should pay more attention to them. Just one more bloody job to do, but I should.
Yeah,
I do have shorts when I have done them that have more views on than the videos. It's because they go out to a more random audience. Yeah, I should probably make an effort. Yeah. Actually, Beardo's put some funny shorts out recently. I think some of the clipping that Chaz is doing. And the clipping we've been doing, get used in a live stream. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to show you that one of Crow. If you weren't in Crow's live.
Lord.
Hold on. Just waiting for my come. Right. I don't know how well this will play. Let me know if you can't hear it. Oh shit, hang on. Hang on. I'm making a mess. Right, present, share screen, carry the one. Okay. Click. Does that come up? Yep, it has.
There he is.
This is the one I clipped yesterday for him. It won't let me click. Hang on.
Maybe you got to mute the sound first from the music.
Oh, okay. That's a good point. Settings. No, it's in brand. Just up. Oh, yeah. I'm such a professional. I can do this. Pause the music. Try again. There we go.
No sound.
No sound.
No sound.
What I'll do is I'll upload it for the next live stream.
That'll work.
I mean, I've sent it to Crow, so you may see it on Crow's live anyway. Clip that, Sarah. So I did and sent it to her. Did as I was told. Alright, let's go back to the comments. I'm way behind now. Yeah, the notifications are a problem. That's why I put out so many. Because I don't trust YouTube to do it. Yeah, the problem with shorts for me, when they first came out, they really annoyed me because I have a major issue with phone format on YouTube. I know they do it because some people watch on their phones, but no, you can turn your phone round and film live widescreen, but at least they're not putting them into, because when they first started doing, they were putting them into your feed, and it was just no. I'm more likely to look through them to post something on Facebook. YouTube wanted shorts because they said more followers from TikTok, and they had short attention spans. Yeah, the trouble with this encouraging people who've got short attention spans, if you're putting the content out there, they'll watch 5 minutes of your video and then not bother watching the rest. Because you're encouraging people with short attention spans.
Yeah.
And as Mike says, the great summoning. Yeah, we've actually got some good clips between us from the last few live streams. So it's my favourite one, clip or Lucha. That it's I really need to get more efficient on clipping actually, because although I'm going to move it over to Fantasy, one of the channels, I do want to do another Crow Radio. I'll probably do a Debunkers Radio actually. You need to get efficient and start clipping again for that. Oh, it won't go on this channel, but I'll put the link on this channel. Otherwise, YouTube won't be happy with me. Third-party content. Because they're horrid. Oh,
It's not third-party content, YouTube, because it's my own content. So
exactly. That's why I left Facebook, because of AI. It killed my raffle of pages when they brought it out, so I left. Those I clipped to Philip the other nights were a bit messier than I'd have. Oh yeah, I need to put those. I need to load those on StreamYard. I'll do that for Saturday. Those ones of Philip and Wiz going, "It's not a demon, it's a tumor."
It's a tumor.
Every single time someone says don't clip now, it's immediately clip back. That's why they say don't clip. That's why Beardo says it. Like a secret signal. Clip it, clip it.
Clip it, clip it.
You protest too much. Oh, I'm over the 3 hours.
Yep. You've hit the 3-hour mark.
I've hit the 3-hour mark and I'm flagging. So,
Need some food in you.
I need some small sleep. Probably won't get any now, but
Yeah. Crow's probably going to go live now.
yeah, that'll be the. It's usually what happens. Oh, I'll go to bed. Oh, ding.
Just ready to doze off. Crow's like, hey, I should do a live stream. It's nighttime, and I haven't done one of those in a while.
Yeah. What did I call it? To Mike the other day. The booyah sudden appearance of a live stream. That was his technique. No notification, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Instant live.
Nope.
Right, guys. I know you're back, Michael, but I think we're going to start winding down now.
Yeah.
So, summary. There'll probably be more information on the magazines next week. I'm just finalising. What formats it will come in and wait and find it. Patreon will probably find out first. So if you're on my Patreon, I'll release all that information on there. I'm collating ideas about doing a big stream for Halloween, and other products coming out as well, which I'll go through, like the colouring book. And again, I'll keep all, either in the community tab or on Discord, I'll keep all that updated. If you are on Discord, please answer the questions in my polls and questions section, because I'm using some of those for the fanzine, and that'll be out at the end of the month. So yeah, do you have to do so many hours? No, you don't. Not once you monetize, but because I'm trying to get re-monetized, I want to try and keep my hours up, because I don't know if I have to start again. But to actually get monetized, yeah, you need so many. But if you're monetized or you're not bothered about being monetized, you can do as many views as you like. There's no Great Live, I've got 1.3 hours. 2.3 hours. Thanks for a great live, Sarah and Wiz. Yes, thanks, Wiz. Thanks for popping on with me tonight. You were a good boy tonight, Hair Force. Well done.
Yes.
So yeah, I've got loads of things going. I need to sort of talk more coherently about what's coming up. I'll try and give more information next week. I'll do a clearer advert. So thank you for dropping in, guys. Thank you to the lovely mods. And thanks for all the support. And next live should be Saturday night, usual. I'm just sticking to Wednesday and Saturday nights at the moment. I'm not doing any daytime lives because my internet seems to suck during the day.
Yeah.
And I've just realised I've got through tonight without
without a disconnect.
Without it disconnecting. So
yeah, that was nice.
That's awesome. Right, guys. Awkward ending.
Awkward ending.
Toodles.
Toodles.